Let review new curriculum, English Majorship, Part 1.2, 50 actual Let questions. This is JM Pedagogical Blog Review. Disclaimer, no copyright infringement intended for educational purposes only. Direction, you may get a piece of paper and a pen to answer. A 20-second timer is allotted for each question. Make sure to answer all the questions honestly, and do not hesitate to finish this video, for you are the next licensed professional teacher. Okay, let's get started. The main purpose of a late A in news writing is to present the most crucial details right away. It aims to grab the reader's attention by highlighting the key points of the story from the start. Miss Rowling should implement a basic skills program for the 3 students. This program is designed to help students acquire the essential skills they are currently lacking, ensuring they can meet the grade level expectations. It consists of 2 rhyming lines of iambic pentameter. Geoffrey Chaucer used them extensively in the Canterbury Tales, and later, Alexander Pope revived their popularity. The branch of linguistics that deals with the structure of words is known as morphology. It delves into the formation and composition of words, examining how they are built from morphemes, the smallest units of meaning. Vaudel is a portmanteau, a blend of vertical and portal, not an entirely new term created from scratch. The other options, Xerox, Kleenex, and Kodak, are all coined terms invented specifically for branding and do not derive from existing words. It is a group of words that contains both a subject and a predicate, and it can function as a part of a sentence or a complete sentence itself. This makes it fundamental to the structure of complex sentences. The novel War and Peace was written by Tolstoy. Leo Tolstoy is renowned for this epic work, which is considered one of the greatest novels in world literature. A syllabus that concentrates on the building blocks of language would delve into the fundamental elements like sounds, phonology, word structure, morphology, and sentence structure, syntax. The statement "excuses are for losers, those who take responsibility for their actions are real winners in life" suggests that accountability of one's action tells of bravery. It emphasizes the importance of taking responsibility for one's actions rather than making excuses, highlighting that true success comes from accountability and bravery. The capitalized word mundane means worldly. It refers to things that are ordinary and related to the practical, everyday world, rather than being spiritual or extraordinary. Option C does touch on Martin Luther King's broader vision of freedom for African Americans, including those in the Deep South and Northern ghettos. However, King's dream in his iconic "I Have a Dream" speech is more inclusive and universal, emphasizing freedom and equality for all of God's children, regardless of race or background, which aligns more closely with B, freedom for all of God's children. The mimetic approach to literary criticism examines how literature reflects reality. It focuses on how well a literary work imitates or represents real life, exploring the ways in which art mirrors human existence, society, and nature. While option D, to develop accuracy and fluency, is an important goal in language learning, however, the primary reason for immediate correction in the audiolingual method is option A, so that behaviors don't become habits. This method is based on behaviorist principles, which emphasize the importance of reinforcing correct language patterns from the beginning to prevent the formation of incorrect habits. Immediate correction helps ensure that learners consistently practice and internalize the correct forms. These are detailed observations of a student's reading behavior as they read aloud, providing insights into their reading comprehension, accuracy, and fluency. It's a practical way to gauge where students are in their reading journey. This involves understanding the rules and structures of a language, including its writing system, which is crucial for reading and interpreting texts accurately. Mastering these rules opens up a world of comprehension. In the phrase English teacher, stress is placed on the first word, English teacher, when referring to a teacher who teaches English. Conversely, stress is placed on the second word, English teacher, when referring to a teacher from England. This subtle difference in stress helps to clarify the intended meaning. The principle that does not belong to the direct approach in language teaching is A. It takes advantage of the kinesthetic memory. The direct approach focuses on immersion, natural dialogue in the second language, and avoiding the use of the first language, but it does not specifically emphasize kinesthetic memory. The inductive approach is characterized by learners engaging with examples and patterns first, and then deriving the grammatical rules from these examples, which aligns more closely with the description provided. During this period, essays became a significant form of prose writing, with writers like Francis Bacon pioneering the format. It was a time when this genre flourished and left a lasting impact on literary history. This approach emphasizes student choice in book selection, fostering a love for reading by letting them pick what they are genuinely interested in. It's all about making reading fun and engaging. The best time to give diagnostic tests for the 4 macro skills in English for the purpose of remediation is as soon as symptoms of low performance have been observed. This allows teachers to identify specific areas where students are struggling and provide timely interventions to address these issues. Workers are warned of possible layoff. When a manager says, "We have to reduce our workforce," it typically means that the company needs to decrease the number of employees, often due to financial constraints or restructuring, which can lead to layoffs. In the Epic of Gilgamesh, there is a story of a great flood that closely parallels the biblical account of Noah's Ark. In the epic, Utnapishtim is the character who survives the flood, similar to Noah in the Bible. Trochaic. This pattern contrasts with the iambic foot, which is the opposite. The rhythm of trochaic meter creates a strong, falling cadence in the verse. Discourse competence involves understanding how sentences connect to form coherent texts, making sense of the structure and flow of information in a broader context. For a behavior to occur again and eventually become a habit, it must be reinforced. Reinforcement strengthens the behavior by providing positive feedback or rewards, making it more likely that the behavior will be repeated. Authentic materials are used in the communicative approach because they provide learners with exposure to real-world language use, making the learning experience more relevant and practical. This helps students practice language in contexts that they are likely to encounter outside the classroom. This type of teaching aims to help students catch up on skills and knowledge where they've fallen behind, providing extra support to bring them to the level of their peers. It's all about giving every student the tools they need to succeed. The present progressive tense, also known as present continuous, indicates actions that are ongoing at the moment of speaking. For example, she is answering the test right now. The Rationale stories about Palandok, who is a clever and mischievous trickster, are classic examples of folk tales. These stories are part of the oral tradition and often feature Palandok using his wit to outsmart larger and more powerful adversaries. Meet with all the English teachers and create a long-term strategy. This proactive approach involves collaborating with the educators to develop a comprehensive plan that addresses the reading challenges and implements effective interventions. Tackling the issue at its root rather than reacting impulsively or unfairly is key to making a real difference. In the sentence, she took the early train, the word early is an adjective because it modifies the noun train by describing which train she took. Bilabial stops are made with both lips, and voiced means the vocal cords vibrate while making the sound by obstructing airflow with both lips, so, B it fits the bill perfectly. A bound morpheme is a morpheme that cannot stand alone and must be attached to another form. Infant is a free morpheme because it can stand alone without any prefixes or suffixes. The other words contain bound morphemes: teacher, teach plus, incorrect, in plus correct, stressful, stress plus, full. Structuralists view language as a system of interconnected elements, each serving as a building block for encoding meaning. They analyze the structural aspects like phonemes, morphemes, and tagmemes to understand how language functions. The line from Quemida's poem seems to convey a sense of struggle and hardship, as the speaker feels a connection to lowly creatures like rats and worms and is constantly pursuing elusive dreams, chasing rainbows in difficult circumstances, muddy margins. This suggests that the poem is highlighting the difficulties and challenges of life. Holding remedial instructions during school hours can lead to multiple disadvantages, including lack of focus due to an overwhelming school workload, learning fatigue, which can affect students' performance, and missing regular classes, causing students to fall even further behind. These combined factors can significantly impact the effectiveness of remedial instruction during regular school hours. Understanding and integrating the cultural context in which a language is used is crucial. Cultural differences can create barriers in learning, as they affect communication styles, idiomatic expressions, and even the way certain concepts are understood. The suffix full is a derivational morpheme because it changes the word a help, a verb, into helpful, an adjective, thereby altering the grammatical category of the word. Journey to the End of the Night is a novel written by the French author Louis-Ferdinand Céline, first published in 1932. His novel is renowned for its innovative style and dark, satirical take on society. Assessing the effectiveness of a learning module comprehensively involves multiple approaches, such as review by a panel of teachers ensures that the module meets educational standards and objectives. Testing the skills and knowledge acquired by the students provides direct evidence of the module's impact on learning, and collecting feedback from the students who use the module offers insights into their experiences and any areas for improvement. Combining these methods gives a well-rounded evaluation of the module's effectiveness. After 7 depressing years, Bianca finally quit the job. She hadn't been getting along with her superior for a long time before she finally decided to look for a new position. This choice correctly uses the past perfect continuous tense to indicate an ongoing situation that started in the past and continued up to a point before she decided to quit. A ballad is a short narrative poem that is intended to be sung. It typically tells a story in a simple and direct style, often with a repeated refrain. In a tutorial program, students work one-on-one with a private teacher for personalized assistance with homework, test preparation, or additional help in specific subjects. Alveolar consonants are produced with the tongue against or close to the superior alveolar ridge, which is the bony ridge containing the sockets of the upper teeth. The teeth sound fits this description. The other options involve different places of articulation. Option B is an olfactory image because it focuses on the sense of smell. It describes various scents in detail, such as the thick unpleasant smell of dangler bushes, cooling sun-heated earth, clean, sharp scent of array roots, and the hay inside the cart. These descriptions evoke the sense of smell, making it an olfactory image. The Diary of a Nobody is a humorous novel written by George Grossmith, was published in 1892, chronicles the daily life of a rather ordinary and self-important character, Charles Pouter. A simile directly compares two different things using like or as. In this case, her dress is as blue as the sky uses as to draw a comparison between the dress and the sky's color. Nick Joaquin's May Day Eve is set during the Spanish regime in the late 1800s. The story captures the cultural and social atmosphere of the Philippines under Spanish colonial rule. Interlanguage development refers to the evolving linguistic system that learners create as they progress towards full proficiency in the target language. Lee's use of childs instead of children shows she's applying rules she has learned, even if incorrectly, as part of this evolving system. How many correct answers did you get from this review? You may share it on the comment box. I hope you got a passing score of 38 and you learn as well. Good luck LPT cuties, claim it. Thank you for watching and to your dedication. The next video will appear on screen. Click it to watch, or you may choose the playlist for more related videos.